Hey guys, I just finished watching DC's Legend of Tomorrow, Season 1, Episode 8, Night of the Hawks. This episode was pretty interesting. I mean, it was cool seeing Vandal Savage back in the mix, and it was cool seeing there was with all these hawks and stuff. Although I wish that we would have seen Firestorm, because I definitely wanted to see while Jax was injected with this hawk monster thing. I think it would have been cool to see what happens if Martin had just touched him while in that form. Would they have turned there? I mean, the idea of him, I guess him not being able to hear him because he was chained and stuff like that, maybe they wouldn't have turned, but it definitely would have been cool to answer that question, whether or not, if he had just grabbed onto him, would they have just turned into Firestorm, and that transformation would have just cured him, and then of story, it would have just burnt out, becoming nuclear, would have just destroyed out all that monster stuff inside of him. I think that would have been interesting to see that, or at least to end up seeing, even if he had just kind of grabbed Martin Stein's hand and kind of forced Martin to turn into Firestorm with him, and then they had like this Hawk Firestorm cross mix. That would have been pretty cool to see that. And it was pretty cool. All the little storylines were pretty cool. I guess with Sarah was kind of interesting, this person, I guess this is kind of interesting seeing that it is her first relationship, sort of, since she came back from the dead and stuff, was resurrected. But although it seems very like, all of a sudden she just falls for this girl who's just kind of, she's met very little. Yeah, she feels sad. It feels bad for her because of the whole thing. But I don't know. It just feels a bit quick to me. But other than that, this was a fun little episode. I mean, definitely I'm interested because there was that with that Ford and Adam mural thing during the commercials and stuff. If you went online and you checked it out, you saw Brandon Routh who looked at it, who was at like some big giant mural of the Adam character, and he does drop a little hint that's coming up episodes, and he talks about we learn that someone's not who they say they are. Although I'm not sure when they filmed this, and if they filmed when this was, like, did I miss this? Did this originally air a while back, this thing on with the Ford and stuff, and Brandon Routh and the painting and stuff. I don't, if that's because we get the reveal a few episodes back that Rip Hunter is not who he says he is. I mean, he's not a time master. He's actually, running away from them. We learned that early on, like in episode 3 or something. Now, I don't know if he's talking about that or if he's talking about someone else. And if he's talking about someone else, he's not talking about the reveal that, these guys are not legends. They are not important to the timeline. That's why he didn't go back and take, Arrow, Flash, Black Canary, and, all of those guys who are still around, because they're integral to the timeline, whereas these guys are not. So I definitely can't wait to see what he meant by what he meant by someone who's not who they seem they are. I mean, I can't think of, the only person I can think of is maybe Captain Cold, but I mean, he's been I don't know, it could be Captain Cold, but I don't know if unless Captain Cold actually didn't kill Heatwave, or did he kill Heatwave or freeze Heatwave or whatever, and maybe they just kind of they're tricking someone. I don't know if it's him. I don't feel like it is. I definitely can't wait to see who it is when we check this out and stuff. Definitely gonna be fun to see what happens. So let me know what you think, guys, if you like this episode, in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.